We're live.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Backroom Banter, episode 5. Once again, we appreciate every single one of you for coming out. If you would just take a quick second to like, comment, and subscribe. Evan, how we doing this week? I know you're coming off a tough weekend with the Lions taking another loss on the road. Are you recovering, or is it eating you up?
Dude, I got a Jameer Gibbs jersey this week. That's the only thing that's getting me through. The best player on my team, I got a jersey of him. That's the only thing getting me through. It's bad, man. It's really bad. I mean, we'll get a wild card spot, hopefully, if we play good, but whew, it's killing me, dude. Whew.
Yeah, it was kind of a interesting game to just jump right into it because when we've seen the Lions struggle before, it's been the offense struggling and the defense keeps them in the game and their offense just can't get going. But this week was the exact opposite. Their offense goes out and scores 34 points, but it's just not enough because the Rams' high powered offense just lit that secondary up.
Yeah, man. We're down the entire game, bro. It we're behind the entire game. Jared Goff could have completed more passes. He played good, but he could have completed more passes. Jameer Gibbs had a horrible game. O line didn't look as good as it normally does. We were all over the place, man. And Matthew Stafford and Puka lit us up. On fire, lit us up, killed us.
Yeah, no, the Rams are definitely rolling right now. I told you the other day they're my Super Bowl favorites. Devontae Adams got a little banged up in that game. I don't know if it was anything too serious, but even with him out, sometimes Devontae will be out, Puka will be out, and they still seem to produce the same amount of points and the same amount of offense through the air. Um, they really, really are strong with Kyron Williams in the backfield. As you mentioned, Stafford's looking like vintage Stafford. So
Hmm.
it wasn't a terrible loss. It wasn't like you lost to the Atlanta Falcons like my Bucks did in heartbreaking fashion. But Lions got a big game coming up this weekend against the Steelers, and hopefully they can get back on the right track.
Yeah, that game, I got to be honest, I'm feeling pretty confident. It's one of those make or break games. And the Lions, when it goes to those type of games, they always push through and they always win it. And not just that, the Steelers, man, just I think they're a little bit of a disappointment. What I expected out of them this season, um, it, man, A Rod's looking lazy. He's not. I don't know, man. I'm really seeing my Lions coming through. I just do not trust in this Steelers team, and I think their defense is a little lacking sometimes in some moments.
Yeah, the Lions are coming in as 7-point favorites. So obviously Vegas is thinking that they're definitely the strong favorite in this game. The Steelers are kind of a weird team, as you mentioned. They had some pretty high expectations coming into the year. They beat the teams they're supposed to beat. They haven't really beat anybody that jumps off the page. They get another win against the Dolphins, but that's not too impressive with the way that they've looked. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad spot for the Lions at all, especially with the way they've been playing. They're going to be looking to put the beat down on the Steelers, and Dan Campbell is going to have them gnawing kneecaps, as he famously says.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think we're gonna beat them down, for sure. And it's really promising for us. It's really promising for us. I think Jameer Gibbs is gonna have a bounce back game. But not just that. I mean, there's been games where we've been shocked this season where our offense just doesn't get going. Our defense is lackluster. So it's gonna be an interesting game. Something we should definitely tune into, man.
Yeah, for sure. And just rolling right along. Sticking with my Bucks, they're going on the road to play Carolina, and this is a couple big week stretch for them because we play Carolina twice in these last 3 weeks, and that's going to be basically for the division. I believe if they split, the Bucks will get in, but you want to win both of them. I mean, they looked so good to start the year. Baker was the MVP front runner. Even when they were banged up, they were still looking good, and they're getting their guys back, and they're not producing the offense we expected. I don't know if these guys are just coming back a little slower. It's taking them a second to get into midseason form, but needless to say, this is a playoff game for Tampa, so gotta win. They're coming in as 3-point favorites on the road, so it's really probably 6. if you count home field advantage. But yeah, Baker's got to settle down a little bit. I think he's been getting too antsy in the pocket. I don't know if he's not trusting his O line or if he's just trying to do too much. But hopefully they can settle down and put the whooping on Carolina.
Yeah, I would say the Buccaneers are gonna beat Carolina for sure, but I have to agree with you, man. I mean, the last game that you know the Buccaneers played against the Falcons, Bucky Irvin didn't have the most impressive game with only 60 yards, and Baker didn't have the most accurate game. So I could definitely see where like he's not confident in the O line for sure.
Yeah, and they were up 28-14 in the fourth quarter and they blew it at home. That's just I'm not as confident in them as I was say a month and a half ago. I mean, they really haven't beat anybody that's too impressive. Hopefully they can get it done and at least get to the playoff and we'll see what happens from there, but they got to show me a little bit more if I'm going to buy all the way in on this team.
That's a good point. The Panthers, the Panthers have beat our Super Bowl pick is the Rams. They beat
Yeah.
them by
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Panthers have been very, very good at home this year. I believe they only have one loss, one or two losses, maybe. So yeah, it's been a tough place to play all year. Bryce Young, it's really interesting. I was thinking about this the other day. This time last year, or a little bit earlier this time last year, Bryce Young got benched.
Yeah.
And it was like, is he a bust? Is his career over? Is anybody going to touch him? Whatever they did with him during that 2-3 week stretch, it worked because since he's come back, he's looked like the Bryce Young that we thought he was going to be in the way he played at Alabama. So, yeah, I mean, as a fan of a team in that division, it's definitely a little bit worrisome to see what the Panthers have cooking over there.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest, Bryce Young has shown some superstar talent, but he's also been inconsistent as well a little bit. But I mean, some crazy games that we could talk about, or some stat lines he's created is the Falcons on November 16th. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 448 yards. Like that's a crazy, incredible game. Then against the Cardinals in Week 2, I mean, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 328 yards. I mean, that's wild. And against the Rams, that's a Super Bowl contender. There's, any mistakes you lose. And he threw 3 touchdowns and 0 picks with a 147 passer rating. That's crazy, dude. Absolute stud right now.
Yeah, he's definitely been balling when he can get going on target and move the chains downfield and just put up points. The one area I will say that we match up good against them is I think Bryce Young's weakness is pressure. He's not a mobile guy. He never has been. The Bucks love to blitz more than any other team I've ever watched. I hate it so much. I feel like anybody that's studied the Bucks at all, if it's a big down, no matter what the distance, Todd Bowles is bringing the house. I do think that will help them in this matchup, though, because if Bryce Young gets people in his face, he tends to scatter a bit. He doesn't have much mobility. He has looked a little bit better going left to right, but he's not really like a scrambler that you're going to have to worry about.
No, I 100% agree with you, and then that's the biggest thing is a lot of people when he did get benched, we were saying like how can you say it's a him issue if the O line is just not doing their job, and I I agree, man. I think you bring the pressure to him, that O line's gonna crumble. He's gonna feel it. He's gonna throw a few picks, and that's just been the story of his career so far. But this year, I don't know. That O line has flipped the switch a little bit, and he's definitely gained a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, and one of the big keys to their success this year has been the emergence of Rico Dowdle. I mean, he came from Dallas and kind of a prove it. He comes in as the number two. Chuba Hubbard was their one. I mean, he was a stud last year. He gets banged up. They put Rico Dowdle in, and he just takes the spot right over. He did get a little banged up last week, I believe. I'm not sure. He did come back in fierce um, usage, so I'm not sure too how bad it is. But yeah, hopefully they don't get too good because I have a feeling as young as they are and the talent out wide with Tet McMillan, the way he's been able to step right in, Xavier Legette's kind of flourished a bit, and their defense has been playing well also.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. Rico Dowdle has definitely been. He's definitely had a few. He's really serviceable. That's what I'm gonna say. He's really serviceable, and sometimes he's even broken that barrier to even say he could be the next guy. I mean, some of these games that stick out to you: 206 yards against the Dolphins in like week 5 or 6, 130 yards against the Packers earlier in November. I mean, and not just that. I mean, he's pretty consistent to give you a 50-yard game, and then you could say that's almost his minimum for him
Yeah.
in a game. So I he might be more than serviceable, man. I think when Chuba Hubbard comes back, he may be gone. Rico may be gone, or one of them two may be gone, and might be a good trade piece to get even a better player for this Panthers team.
Yeah, maybe get him a certified tackle or something like that to reassure that line that you just mentioned. Yeah, that's definitely interesting stuff going on in Carolina. Jumping over to your division, big game, Packers Bears. Packer going to Chicago. I believe they played 2 weeks ago. Packers beat them in Lambeau. Packers are coming off that really tough loss against Denver. I mean, that game was the spread, I believe, was 1.5, so it was a pick 'em on the
Mm.
road for them. And Denver kind of goes out and lays the wood to them a little bit. You think the Packers can kind of bounce back this week, or do you think the Bears have a chance to take advantage of them while they're down?
So I got to be honest with you. I mean, the Bears have they have no defense like the Denver, right? Denver's the number like one of the best defenses in the league. Uh, and clearly, as you can, if you look at that game and you look at even the stats, you could tell Love was getting pressured. Okay, I mean, even Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is no joke. I mean, he only had 73 yards on 12 carries. That's a down game for him. Okay, and the next receiving guy only had 5 catches for 55 yards. So that defense was definitely getting to him. But going against the Bears, I definitely think it's gonna be a bounce back game. Because it's Jordan Love. He's gonna have a really good game here. I mean, no matter what, they're gonna be in some type of form in the playoffs. But it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think the Packers are coming in. They've kind of been a weird team this year. At times, they'll go on stretches where they look really good, and then some weeks they'll come out just looking flat. I think that was kind of what happened last week. Um, Big loss for them though. Micah Parsons is out for the year.
Oh yeah,
So if
yeah,
Caleb, I mean, Caleb's been showing that he's been looking like Heisman Trophy Caleb. Um, I don't really trust him enough to lay money with him. The number's a half, so it's a pick 'em. I think I'm gonna take the Packers until they prove until the Bears really prove they can beat a team. I think you just have to bet against them. But it'll
yeah.
be a big spot if the Bears come out and beat Green Bay and split that. I believe. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Bears win that division, right?
Yes, no, you're right, 100%. Yep,
Yeah,
they
yeah, and
clinch
that
it.
would be big in year one of Ben Johnson and year two of Caleb. If they can win what people would argue is one of the tougher divisions in NFL, that would be a big momentum boost for them. Do I think they can make a deep playoff run? Definitely not. But
Yeah, no.
if they can build upon this in the years to come, I mean, they could definitely be a threat.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe with this Bears team, man. If they definitely get in, no wild card, they clinch a spot. I could definitely see where they're not going to go far. And when you're watching them, you can just get that feel for them. They're really young and they're good, uh, and they don't have that touch these veteran superstars have. But that Ben Johnson, I said Ben Johnson, that Dan Campbell effect with these. Oh man, I just love it. I love it. Ben Johnson comes from the Dan Campbell OC side of things, comes in there, brings in a winning environment like Dan Campbell, and I love it. And love to see a team thrive off of what Dan Campbell has taught. But that's not the point. But the Bears are coming off a really good dub. I mean, Shadur Sanders, when the Bears played the Browns, had no good game. Horrible game for Shadur Sanders. But Caleb looked like a stud. DeAndre Swift looked pretty good. And Luther Burden definitely carried away with their receiving yards. So they're going in there with a lot of momentum. The Packers they're down in the depths right now. You could tell. They lost by like 9, I think, last week, and I could see. I definitely think the Packers can come out on top. But if the Bears do win, they're definitely going to clinch a spot for sure.
Yeah, and a guy you just touched on, Luther Burton, the rookie out of Missouri. I think that might be one of the steals of the draft right now. I mean, I really liked him in his time at Missouri. He had a lot of off the field issues. He was apparently a cancer in the locker room. He was just a prima donna. But let's be honest, what big time wide receiver now isn't? So that's kind of why he fell in the draft. The Bears took the chance on him, and he definitely seems to be coming in strong as the wide receiver two in Chicago.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I see the potential in him being a wide receiver one eventually. But yeah, he's had a lot of negative yardage games. The Ravens he had -1 yards, Raiders -4 yards, and the Vikings -3 yards. But then he comes out against the Cowboys 101 yards. Then just last week against the Browns 84 yards. So he has the flashes to be the one man for sure.
Yeah, I think as you mentioned, those stat lines in the beginning of the year, they were still trying to learn how to use them.
Yeah.
I think they're using them for a lot more deeper threats now. I think in the beginning they were just throwing them little bubble screens, RPOs, trying to get the ball to him behind the line of scrimmage and make him work. But if you've watched him throughout his career, he's a great deep ball threat. He runs great slants. He's very agile. So yeah, I think as they develop in that offense and he starts to learn Caleb and Caleb learns him, I definitely think he can be an emerging star.
You know, I can, I definitely see that. And it makes sense because if you look at the stat lines, he's only had like 1 or 2 yard or 1 or 2 catches in those games. So I definitely think you're right. Just a misuse.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Jumping over to another pretty big game, Patriots go on the road to Baltimore to play the Ravens. The Ravens got a pretty impressive win last week against the Bengals. I get the Bengals are really playing for nothing, but Joe Burrow kind of he wants to get his chemistry back with the guys, but they put up a big old goose egg.
Yeah.
Um, the Patriots are coming off of a very, very disappointing loss against the Bills. They come out, go up 21-0. As a guy that had a ticket on the Bills -2.5, I got very worried very fast, but their offense really sputtered in the second half, only putting up 10 points. And the one touchdown was kind of a botched play. It was a halfback stretch to the right. Travion Henderson kind of gets bunched up in the pile, bounces it outside, and busts off like a 75-yard run. So without that fluke, I mean, the Patriots only mustered 3 points, and they ended up losing to Buffalo by 4. So definitely gonna have to play much better against Baltimore and contain Lamar because if Lamar and Derek get going like they did last week, it could be a dogfight.
I agree with you there, man. Like you said, the Ravens are coming off a really big game, 24 skunk. So they're coming there with a lot of confidence. But I got to be honest, I think Drake May showed his young age, his uh, his less seasoned side, for sure, because as you know, these rookies and younger guys, they really let these big games where you're ahead, they really let them slip. And as you can see, they let the game slip. And this is a heartbreaking game to let slip. This is Buffalo. This is a contender. Okay, you don't let this slip. These type of games can really switch people's opinions of you of being a Super Bowl contender to wow, they're not ready yet. Um,
Big time.
yeah, big time. And I mean, like I said, Drake May, took a step back a little bit. He really showed his youth in that and him not being seasoned. But a Trayvon Henderson, a phenomenal game, bro. Absolutely carried this offense. 14 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Phenomenal. Amazing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're kind of seeing a trend. I know these guys get thrown into the fire a lot faster now, but we just mentioned Luther Burton. We mentioned Ted McMillan. Now we're talking about Travion Henderson. There's kind of been a trend going on where these guys are coming out of college football and they're impacting these games immediately.
hmm Yep. I mean, he played for Ohio State. Uh,
Yeah.
And then, like, he's had really crazy games. He's been a really good, serviceable halfback, man. I mean, just against your Buccaneers not too long ago, he put up 147 yards. And he's no short of 60 yards for the season. Well, at the beginning of it, of course, but like ever since that sixth or seventh game, he's had nothing but 50 to 60 plus yards in every single game. Amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely coming on strong, and I agree with you. I think the Patriots bounce back here. It was weird because for that the whole first half of that Buffalo game, it was you kind of had to check you check your phone every 5 minutes, making sure you're still in 2025 because New England looked a lot like 2014, 2015 New England. That place was rocking. You could tell that that's always been a fan base that's just dying for a good team, and they definitely have their swagger back a little bit. They got their butts kicked last week. They're gonna have to get back up and go on the road, but I do think this is a spot where they could they could get a big win. And nobody knows Derrick Henry more than Mike Vrabel. I mean, they spent a whole bunch of time together, so
hmm
hopefully he'll have a nice game plan ready for that offense.
Yeah, man, that Mike Vrabel effect is crazy, dude. I mean, I think he's a phenomenal head coach, and I definitely think he's definitely found a place where he's gonna be a coach for a long time, almost like Bill, but for a very long time.
Yeah, comes from that tree. I mean, he played for Bill in New England. Yeah, he's definitely uh, Tennessee has a trend of making very terrible decisions, but that was one of the crazier firings, I think, because I think he's a top three head coach in football right now.
Oh, easy, guaranteed.
Yeah, so moving right along to the next game. It's kind of interesting. I mean, this is a game we just talked about this team, the Broncos against Jacksonville. Broncos have looked good all year. They probably have the best defense in the league,
hmm
definitely the best secondary. Their offense has looked good. Bo Nix has been coming into form, looking like Drew Brees with Sean Payton. But Jacksonville, I mean, Jacksonville is probably one of the surprise teams of the year.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, for sure, nobody. It's really shocking, dude. This offense is so powerful, dude. And Trevor Lawrence, man, way to destroy that barrier of what ifs or him being a bust. It's crazy. The offense is just so
Yeah, and just
high
think
octane.
that they still got Travis Hunter coming back. I mean, he's out for the year, but imagine this offense if Travis Hunter was still in. I understand he wasn't playing at the level that he was playing in college, but I think towards the end before he got hurt, he was definitely starting to come into form a little bit. I think if they really just I think this offseason they just gotta stick him at wide receiver and just be done with it. He didn't really look great at corner in the spot chances that he got. So if he can just focus on that for a whole offseason, this offense can add him next year. If Trevor Lawrence can somehow string a couple of good weeks together. I mean, we've seen these flash games from him before. I still don't trust them.
Yeah,
I
no.
still think he's a big time bust. He can. They did beat the crap out of the Jets. I get it. He had a career day against the Jets. It's not overly impressive, but they have looked pretty good this year. So if Trevor Lawrence can start playing a little bit like he's supposed to, I think this could be a game. The spreads right now, Jags +3. I think that's way, way, way too low. I think the Broncos could win by 2, 3 scores pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, this Broncos team is steamrolling people. The defense is just shutting people out of the game. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to feel it. He's going to feel the pressure. He's going to get kicked out of this game. And really, all you have to do is just guard Travis Etienne. I mean, he's their like almost their number one wide receiver. So I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a lot of really good spots to bet here this week. There's kind of been a lot of trends in we've got some bad teams that have been trending good going against good teams that have been trending bad. So there's some low numbers. I mean, I really like the Packers minus the half. I really like the Lions, and yeah, I really like the Lions. I really like the Patriots on the road getting 3. I mean, if you can give me the Patriots plus points, I'm taking it, especially this year. And I like the Broncos. -3 on the road as well.
Yeah, no, I love those picks. Those picks sound phenomenal. I like the
Yeah,
spread on
and we
those.
don't. Yeah, and the two other games really, we don't really have to dive too much into them unless you've got some anecdotes you want to add. But the 49ers are going on the road to play the Colts. That number is sitting at 6.5. I really like the 49ers minus the points in this game. I think all that hoopla and fun was fun while it lasted in Indianapolis. I think they had their shot to get their hoorah win with Philip Rivers. I think this 49ers team is coming in mad, looking to really beat the crap out of a good team. And I think all the magic dies in Indy this weekend.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, dude, it's Philip Rivers. This dude has a beer gut. Hasn't been in the league in like 4 years. And you have this 49ers team that beat the crap out of the Cardinals. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. The 49ers, I'm going all the way with, dude.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then one other game, um, Chargers are going on the road to Dallas to play the Cowboys. The Cowboys are favorites in this game at 2 points. I think that's another atrocious line. I think the Chargers should easily be favorites with the way they've looked. I
Yeah.
understand the Cowboys in spurts can look decent, but I don't think they're better than the Chargers. I mean, that's kind of something that I placed that bet already earlier in the week because as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. And I think we could probably see that line change throughout the week. So I would grab that as soon as you can because I think that's just a big mismatch.
No, I definitely agree with you. I think this Cowboys team looked good at the beginning. Now they're just kind of barely making it. But I gotta
Yeah.
be honest, the Chargers have absolutely got obliterated by the Jaguars. Um, but uh, the Cowboys, though, they are coming off a big W against the Eagles. They're coming off a big W against the Eagles. But in all fairness, the Chargers also have beat the Eagles this year. So, but no, I
Yeah,
agree with
and
you.
JJ McCarthy kind of shredded Dallas last weekend. So I think Justin Herbert's 10 times the quarterback that JJ McCarthy is. So I think that secondary is going to have a tough time keeping up with with uh, Los Angeles. But on a side note, the Quentin Williams trade for Dallas, I think Dallas really has won that trade with for Micah Parsons, even before Micah got hurt, I get he's hurt, but you can't predict stuff like that. But Dallas has definitely reloaded that defense with that trade.
Oh yeah, phenomenal man. He comes out, yeah, for sure. That line looks amazing with him. Looks recharged, and you can tell they may need a new fit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Alrighty, well, you got anything else for the NFL, or do you want to jump in and make our official picks for the college football playoff?
I mean, I think we hit everything on the nose. I think we made really good points, and we even talked about the spread. So I'm ready to dive in deeper. So,
Alrighty, nice man. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll start with the two boring games just to get those out of the way so we can enjoy the last segment that we have for the college football. Enjoy that second half of the college football segment because we've got JMU going on the road to play Oregon. That spread sitting at 21. Um, I don't know about you. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm a sicko, and it's just we only have so many weeks of football left. But this game's not going to be enjoyable.
yeah, no, not at all. I agree with the spread.
Yeah, yeah, I would not mind laying the points at all with Oregon. And, it's so disappointing. You wait all year. They say they want the 12 best teams in. We've already dove into that. We don't agree with it, but what a boring game that's going to be. That's a game that you probably don't even watch if there's a bunch of other games going on.
Yeah, 100% in the same boat with you, man, for sure.
Yeah, it not cool. And then you got Ole Miss playing against Tulane. Tulane's going to Oxford. That number's sitting at 17 and a half. I think that's far too low. I don't know if that's because of Lane Kiffin being out. They think it's gonna he could just because he's not calling the plays, they're not going to be able to put up as many points. But Ole Miss beat Tulane by 30 earlier in the year, and I think Lane Kiffin leaving has really galvanized these guys. Lane Kiffin allows his offensive staff to go back to coach them, so it's pretty much going to be all the same guys except for Lane. So I think Ole Miss goes out and just takes out all that frustration and anger that they've got over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, what are we doing? Why is it so low? I don't. I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
why
it's
even
got to be
tune
the
into
Lane
that game?
Kiffin thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
It's atrocious, atrocious. I mean, we could have got Ole Miss, Vandy, Oregon, Texas, Oregon, Notre Dame. We could have got so many more intriguing games than two basically throwaways.
Yep.
But one of the other two games should be very intriguing. We got Miami going on the road to Texas A&M. That line sitting at Texas A&M minus 3.5. So I think Vegas is kind of thinking on the same wavelength that I mentioned last week, where Miami's probably very, very grateful. They thought they were dead, but they get that second chance at life. Um, but the 12th man's going to be going for Texas A&M. That's a tough place to go in and win, especially at night. What are you kind of seeing in that game?
Oh man, I think me and you discussed this the last episode. Man, I'm Texas A&M all the way, man. I think we need to lower that spread a little bit more. I'm seeing Texas A&M all the way, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting game. Miami's defensive line, I think, could cause some problems. I get Marcel Reed's a very, very mobile guy. I mean, he's one of my top 10 favorite quarterbacks to watch in college football right now. But yeah, I almost don't mind Texas A&M money line and Miami plus the 3.5. I do think it's going to be a close game, and I think Texas A&M could win in a walk-off field goal or win by 1 or 2 points. Um, but we'll see. I mean, Carson Beck, we've mentioned it many times. Carson Beck can look like one of the worst quarterbacks in the country. But there
Yep.
has been times where if he gets on schedule, gets his guys going, they get help from that run game. I mean, he can win this game.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But I don't know, like you said, I think he's been inconsistent in some games and some big games as well. And not just that, he's inconsistent as a leader too, for sure. And that could definitely some guys may not have confidence in him because of it. I definitely could see where there's locker room issues.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, there you guys go. That'll be an interesting game for you guys to watch. Evans on Texas A&M, and I'm gonna take Miami. I do think they have a real shot at winning this game. And another flip game that I think we're on opposite sides of is Alabama's going on the road to Oklahoma. The number's sitting right now at Oklahoma -1, so it's a coin flip. Obviously, Oklahoma's going to be the favorite. They're playing at home. Um,
Yeah.
Alabama, Alabama didn't look great in these last couple of weeks, but Oklahoma's offense hasn't looked great either. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure. I don't know if you know, there was some rumors last week that Ty Simpson might be out for this game,
Well, oh
but
yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that'll be interesting. But all the Alabama fans that I'm in contact with, all the guys I talk to, they don't want Ty Simpson. They don't like Ty Simpson. They want these backups to go in, which is pretty wild for a backup if this was his first start to be a a college football playoff game. But I do still like Alabama. I think Alabama's defense is just going to be too tough for Oklahoma's offense that it can look very, very mediocre at times.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with you. I mean, Ty Simpson is like sitting at like 11-3, or no, I'm sorry, 26-5, touchdown interception ratio. But Man, if he's not in it, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I could really see the game completely flip.
Yeah, you think Oklahoma's got a chance to blow them out?
No, but it's gonna be a
No, I mean
close game.
I could definitely see a world that that happens. I just haven't seen enough from Oklahoma's offense to really believe in them. But say, I mean, that defense is good enough to score points. If they can get some help from that defense, if Alabama goes out and Ty Simpson turns the ball over the way he has been lately, then Alabama has no shot. This is really going to be a game of the turnover battle. Whoever turns the ball over more in this game is going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, John Mateer hasn't played good. He hasn't played good.
No.
So, the defense, like you said, the defense really got to pick up. Really got to pick up. I mean, 10 interceptions on the year, dude. Like, oh my god, it's wild.
Yeah, yeah. Both these offenses haven't looked great, so it's going to be a battle of the defenses. But who knows? The way this year's been going, this might be a 52-40 game. Both these offenses might come out and light it up, and the defenses look abysmal. But yeah, I mean that kind of wraps up the games for this week. Unfortunately, just two of the four first round games actually are going to be entertaining. But one other thing I'd like to touch on and get your opinion is: did you see the antics that Diego Pavia pulled after he lost the Heisman?
I I I touched on it a little bit, but no, not exactly.
Yeah, so he comes out and makes a post after he loses saying F all the Heisman voters. He's in the club in New York chanting F Indiana. It just not cool. I mean,
Yeah,
we he was kind of America's darling coming into this. Everybody kind of knew he wasn't going to win it, but everybody wanted him to win. I think he was the fans' Heisman, but you got to be able to lose with class. I mean,
yeah.
you can't go out there. I mean, he's already old enough as it is. His draft stock's not going to be great. He's kind of a system quarterback. He runs a lot. His throwing mechanics are not good at all. So he doesn't really have much draft capital as it is. And now he's doing things like this. I think teams are going to want to stay away from him.
Yeah, man, he gives off that Johnny Manziel vibe without like the Johnny Manziel like
Yeah, they're buddies,
play.
so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he gives off the Johnny Manziel vibe without the Johnny Manziel like level of performance. I mean, he parties a lot and he just seems very immature, man. And I gotta agree. Even though he's had a great
Yeah,
year, great last 3 years, but I agree. I think
and
you
Johnny
got to be
Manziel was
poised.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Not to cut you off there.
Nah,
And Johnny Manziel was doing it at much younger age. I
yeah,
mean, Johnny Manziel was out there as a true freshman, absolutely balling. Pavi has been in college football since I've been out of high school, so I think he should look that good with that much experience playing against kids that were in high school last year.
yeah.
So,
Good point.
yeah, yeah. There's been some more emerging details in that Sharon Moore saga.
Hmm,
I mean, that's getting really, really interesting. Um,
crazy.
yes, very crazy. Apparently, he went over, allegedly, put that out there nice and clearly for you guys. Allegedly, he went to this woman's house afterwards to try to get her not to do it, and they got him for trespassing and breaking and entering. I mean, I doubt he will get jail time, but he's facing some serious charges.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I've seen that. I've seen that a little bit too, and it's like, dude, the dude. I'm glad that the truth has been brought to light. Dude's got some issues, dude. Whew.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be more coming out with the weeks to come.
Yep.
I'm sure it's not all out there yet, but last episode we kind of thought it was Michigan kind of make not making stuff up, but like noticing things that they'd swept under the rug when he was winning, and they just used it as a reason to fire him. But the more we learn, the more I don't think it was that. And this is just this guy might be a total creep.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I get that vibe too. It's some of the things they brought along, the things that he did on, on his phone, the way he's made women feel, not good at all. I'm glad Michigan got rid of him, and his career is probably done. Well, not
Yeah,
done,
I
but
mean,
like he's gonna be gone for a little while at least.
yeah. I don't think he'll ever get another job, and not that. I mean, it feels like every other week there's a new story of like this coming out, but I mean, this man's got a wife and kids at home. He's got a whole family, and he's out here just moving crazily. I understand that. Unfortunately, that's kind of how our society operates at the current moment. We don't have to dive too much into that, but yeah, man, it's just kind of sad to see. I mean, his kids, I'm sure, are on social media, and they got to see all this. It's just gonna totally tear that family apart.
Oh yeah, for sure, I agree with you.
Yeah. But
But
yeah, you got anything else for college football, or do you want to jump into NBA? We got some very interesting NBA topics tonight.
we do. But how about Jeremiah Love declaring for the draft? I mean, we knew it was coming, but
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, great year. I'm glad you brought him up. Notre Dame kind of, let's be honest, they don't play anybody. They're not really fun to watch. They don't play any big time games. They played the game against Miami. That was fun, but since then, it doesn't really feel like they're on primetime TV like that.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of was a product of not getting that many eyes to him this year. But yeah, the last 2 years, he's looked like the best running back in college football. And I think he'll definitely be the number one back off the board come the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you, man. I mean, they've played Boston College, Navy, Syracuse, Stanford. I mean,
Yeah,
most of these
boring.
teams didn't even put up 20 against them. That's
Yeah.
sad. Like, come on, man. We gotta get some games in there to really show if these guys are about it.
Yeah, and I understand a lot of Notre Dame fans are upset that they didn't get in, but I'll be honest, they didn't even enter my mind as a team that should have got in. I think Vandy or Texas should have got in over them. They played two good teams all year. They lost both of them, and I get you're a blue blood program and you kind of get easy schedules because you're not in a conference and you want to blame everybody else for that, but that's on you. Stop crying, get in a conference, and then we'll hear your excuses. But if you're going to schedule two tough teams and lose both of them, I mean, that's just the chances you take.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely a little shocked that Notre Dame. Well, I don't want to say I was shocked. I mean, we're talking about Alabama here, but Notre Dame. I mean, it sucks they didn't get in, but at the same time, I understand easy schedule for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we see them get in a conference very soon though, with
I
the
hope
way that
not.
the club, with the way the playoffs set up to where you're not going to get an automatic bid unless you're a conference champion. I think they have to. And I mean, let's say they go into the ACC, they would easily be the ACC front runner every single year.
Good point.
So and every other sport they're in the ACC. It's just football. They just don't want to give up the TV rights with NBC, but either make your money and take chances of not getting in and winning's not that important to you, or cough a little bit of money up and get an automatic bid.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. But wrapping that up, moving on to the NBA. The biggest news probably this week that I guess it's big news. Me and you have commented on it before that we really don't care about it. But the Knicks win the in-season tournament.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Knicks beat the Spurs 124 to 113, and this Spurs team is no joke. They did beat the Thunder team. They took them off their 20, I think 24 game win streak, which is I'm happy. I don't like to see a team like this dominate a league like the 2016, 2015, 2016 GSW. But in all fairness, even though the Knicks did win the Emirates Cup, I really think the Knicks were kind of given this easy pathway. I mean, they played against the Raptors, then they ended up playing against the Magic, and now they played against the Spurs in the last game to win the in season game tournament. And the Spurs had to beat the Lakers, then the Spurs had to beat the Thunder. That's crazy. So yeah, I think the Knicks were just given a lob, to be honest with you.
Yeah, if I'm being 100%, I if I'm a fan. If the Celtics won it or if the Bulls won it, it might be cool for about 10 minutes. But what are the odds of them winning the NBA Cup and the NBA Finals in the same year? Probably not very high.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if what this does for them. They get some extra money to go waste at the casinos after the tournament. But the Knicks won it, and you would have thought they won the NBA Finals. Such a desperate franchise to win. Good job. You won an in-season tournament.
Hey man, yeah, they did win it, but man, they celebrate weird over there, dude. I mean, I think we all seen what Josh Hart was doing some
Yeah,
funky business with Jalen Brunson, dog.
yeah,
Weirdo.
that's
I I don't know
definitely
what
a
they're doing
tight
over there in
knit locker
Villanova.
room. Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing in Villanova, but it's all freaky, bro. It's crazy.
yeah, definitely some wild times in the NBA for sure. Those guys are very close, it seems. Other very big news that we can touch on. Adam Silver comes out this week and talks about NBA expansion. That's kind of exciting news.
Yeah, it is exciting news. It's also kind of terrifying for these older fans. Well, it depends. You know, if I mean, one of the places is Seattle, so I think that would be one place where everybody's okay with because Seattle did have a team. Seattle did have some big names like Kevin Durant, uh, and then I mean, guess
Kevin
what?
Garnett.
Yeah,
No, he was in Minnesota. Excuse me.
yeah, he was in
Ray
Minnesota.
Allen was Ray Allen was there, right?
Yes, Ray Allen there
Yeah.
was there for a short stint. So I mean, they definitely had some big names, but it's really scary for some fans. You know, see that the league has grown. We're getting some uncomfortable, never seen before lands of where things are getting different. So it's definitely a little nerve wracking. But yeah, you want to talk about some of these areas they named?
Yeah, you mentioned one of them. I think Seattle's almost a shoo-in. Like you
Yeah,
mentioned, they've already had a basketball team. They were pissed off when their team got taken from them. I think that's almost automatic. But the other three cities, Vegas, Tampa, and Nashville, it would be pretty cool to have an NBA team 20 minutes down the road. Um, but I think the two front runners would have to be Seattle and Vegas with how big those areas are and the money and the travel and the vacations people could take to Vegas if they had an NBA team. I definitely think those two cities would be the front runners right now.
yeah, I agree with you. I would like to see Nashville, Tampa get in there. I mean, if Nashville got in there, I mean, I would have to push for them immediately. But I did say Nashville, hopefully. But no, if Tampa got in there, I mean, I know you'd hop right on top of that bus. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty interesting to see that our league's growing really fast. And yeah, I like these areas. Las Vegas is obvious over there in Nevada. I mean, that's obvious. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of money in that economy. So yeah, I think good locations. I would like to see it in Seattle, mostly of everything, or Nashville.
Yeah, I think that will be their first priority if they actually go through with this.
Yeah, fans got the push. You know, if the fans have a majority of the push, I think it's almost a done deal.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a team that the season tickets sell out within a couple hours of it being open if they announce that.
That's a really good point. I think the hype is man, as many people talk about like how they miss that team and how they're just thinking about them. I mean, yeah, I could see them being sold out very quick, if not taking fans from
Yeah.
other teams.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I totally agree with that. To get a little selfish here, how you feeling about your Bulls right now? You liking them?
No. Oh my. No, dog. Man, the Bulls, man, they're disappointing. They teased us at the beginning of the season going 8-0, and they've only won 2 games since being 8-0. 2 games. They're on a 2-8 losing streak, bro. Um,
Wow.
Absolute awful team right now. I mean, in the conference we're 7-10. I mean, division 1-5. We're even on on at home, and dude, we're like on the road. We're a horrible road team. So I'm not happy. And I was saying that we were gonna be a fifth seed this year, and no way, Jose.
Yeah, yeah. The East has definitely they definitely are the inferior conference, but luckily for us, we both play in it. I don't think it'll take too much for the Bulls to get it turned around. They're probably missing one or two guys.
Yeah.
They're actually playing as we speak. We'll be putting this out later, but they're up on Cleveland right now, so that would be a big win for them.
Oh yeah, I did see that on DraftKings that they were playing. Uh, that'd be a big game. That's a big conference game. That'd be amazing. Good turnaround.
Yeah, yeah,
But I mean, how about your
definitely would.
Boston, man? I mean, there's a lot of hope there in Boston.
Yeah, they're sitting in fourth place right now in the East. Definitely on the positive side, the record as a Celtics fan, you're not really used to seeing 4 games over 500 and being okay with it. But with the circumstances the way they are, Jalen Brown has looked really good. I mean, he's averaging almost 30 points a night. Derek White's found his stroke again after a very cold start. Peyton Pritchard, he's averaging 16 points. I understand it's a little bit of a drop off, but you're asking much more out of him this year after winning sixth man of the year. So I think he's stepped in nice. I think you're really seeing that if somehow, I mean, say they sit in a top six seed and they can somehow get one of these middle spots and they get Jason Tatum back
Yep.
with a month left in the season. I mean, uh, it might just me being a homer, but I would not mind a ticket on them to make a run if they can somehow get Tatum back this season.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. If they can maintain this top six seed spot, I agree. I think they get Jason Tatum back. I don't think they'll make a deep run. I mean, getting Jason Tatum back, he's off of a healed, Achilles. He don't even know how his body's gonna be. He don't even know how he's gonna be going back to a playoff game. Um, but
Well, his nickname is the anomaly, so don't be surprised when he does it.
yeah, the anomaly. But yeah, I mean, it'd be a perfect time for him to come back. It's like they get in the playoffs. So yeah.
Yeah, I've mentioned before that I'm not too much of a fan of him coming back this year. I just really, really don't want to rush him and risk re-injuring anything.
Yeah.
But with that being said, the East is kind of wide open this year. There's not really any teams that are like you don't have the Cavs last year where they can kind of got a hold of the division early and ran away with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Knicks are looking good, but with Jason Tatum back, I mean, I would not mind them winning the East. That could just be me in my fanhood not wanting to see the negatives, but yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, no, I think I mean the only team that really has a decent hold on him is Detroit, but that's no Cleveland like last year though. But yeah, I mean every game is within 7 wins. So 100% I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, and I've been kind of surprised. The Celtics have played the Pistons a couple times in the last few weeks. They beat them the first time. Detroit did get the better of them in the second matchup, but it wasn't by much. I believe it was a two possession game. I think 5 point loss. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to be right there in contention. And if they can somehow keep winning at the clip they're winning right now, they could really land a top four spot in the East.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that. For sure. The way Jalen Brown's playing, crazy, dude. I thought he
Yeah.
didn't. I thought he didn't have a left hand.
Yeah, I still don't love him. I'm not sold on him. I don't think he's a number one for sure. He has been averaging 30 points this season, but he's also getting 75% of the workload. Um, but hey, he's wearing a Celtics jersey, so I gotta cheer for him.
Oh yeah, man. For sure. But man, I mean, if the MVP poll started now, the MVP poll, I mean, it's neck and neck between Luca and Nikola Jokic. I mean, Luca, 35 points per game. Then he's also averaging 9 assists per game, and you got Nikola Jokic on all three categories. I mean, 30 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists. Uh, it's a pretty close game, and you might say Nikola Jokic might be leading this, even though he's not averaging as much in points, but he's in every single category. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is. They got a good team. He is the vocal point of that team. But I think and there's so many semantics played every single year with what MVP really means. Is it the best player or is it the most valuable player to that team? Because if it really is the most valuable player, I think it's got to be Luca, right? I mean, if you take Luca off of the Lakers, that's probably a bad team. They're probably winning less. They're probably finishing under 500. So if it's that and it's the most valuable player, I think Luca's got to be the guy.
Yeah, man. I was actually watching a video where they broke down win shares when a superstar is not on a team. So they compared Shea and Jokic. Nikola Jokic, when he's on the court, there's his win shares is equal to an NBA championship. Um, when Shea's on the court, it's equal to an NBA championship. But when you take Shea off, there's still a playoff team. But if you take Nikola Jokic out, they're a bottom five in the league. So, man, Nikola Jokic, dude, when he's there, he's winning games. When he's not there, that team is horrible, man. Horrible.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because Shea wins MVP last year. I think he was very deserving of it. But you're kind of seeing, like you just mentioned, the scrutiny towards him now. It reminds me a lot of what happened with Jason Tatum in that finals year where his team's so good and he is the best player on that team, but people almost start to devalue guys when the guys on the other team are so good. The other guys on the team, excuse me, are so good that it does kind of overshadow one guy because I mean Shea's kind of putting up the same exact numbers he put up last year, and he's not getting any of the mention because, like you said, the team is so good without him.
Yeah, I just think that happens, right? You got this guy who's going putting up a lot of points, passing the rock, and like they have like three other stars on the team, and I just think that happens, especially when a person wins MVP or they win the championship. It goes downhill when it comes to that MVP trophy the next year, and if I'm not mistaken, like winning it year after year. You get voter fatigue. That's what it's called. It's voter fatigue, and it happened to Luca, and it's probably gonna happen to Nikola Jokic too.
Yeah, I totally agree. If Nicola wasn't a physical specimen, it probably already would have happened. But he's probably, I mean, it's just all generations with basketball. But would you say he's a top three big man of all time already?
Top three? Ooh, no. I mean, he does have a chip. He has multiple. He may be, dude.
I mean,
You got
you could argue
Kareem.
that he changed the position.
Yeah, you could argue, but man, that'd be tough, dude. You got Kareem, who's win a lot more than Nikola Jokic. Then, you got Wilt, and then you have Shaq. Whew, that'd be hard for me. I don't think
Yeah,
he's top five. I think he might be top five. in centers.
It's tough. It's so tough to compare in most sports, but I think especially basketball because if you think about it, I mean, I understand Kareem was really good. He's obviously before our time, so we never got to watch him. All we see is highlights. But I think if you put Nikola Jokic back then playing against those guys, and a lot of those guys wouldn't even be in the NBA if they were in today's era. I
Yeah.
mean, I think Nikola Jokic could average 50 points a night playing back then.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a big leap. I think they were more physical back then, but let's be honest. I mean, they were more physical because they probably didn't have as much of the talent. I mean, you ever watch a football player play basketball? Almost tackling players.
Yeah.
So
I
I,
mean,
I, I think you're right.
could you imagine one of those guys trying to guard Nikola Jokic out at the 3-point line? I mean, that would just be hilarious.
Oh man, the rules they would try to implement is crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy. But I
definitely.
agree with you for sure. I mean, not as much talent back then. Uh, a lot more physical because there wasn't as much talent, and now you just have so much talent where it's less physical. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think you're really starting to see, not to get all deep talking about sports, but you really this generation plays the game more as like a art form than back then it was more like football. Now it's more like just kind of a more pure way of playing the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they're really just trying to take the kinks out. I mean, just like the hand checking rule. I mean, that's just a kink, and I agree with you. It is more of an art form. It's more pure, for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Just trying to
I
protect
know
their
you had
assets.
mentioned, yeah, they are, and you can't have guys missing injuries because they're taking elbows. I get it's cool for us as fans to watch. It's like, oh yeah, like these guys really care. They're out there, blood, sweat, and tears. Um, but we need these guys out there every single night. I know you had mentioned you want to do all-star voting
Oh yeah.
on the show. So if you want to pull that up, we can pick our starting five for both teams. I think it'll take too long if we fill out a whole bench and everything, but we can definitely list off our starting five.
Okay. You want to start the West then?
Yeah, we can start with the West. Who would be your first overall pick? I think I know. Think it's easy, but who do you got?
Ah man. I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Luca.
Yeah, that's who I got.
Yep. That's exactly who I got. What's your second pick?
I think it's got to be Shea, right? I mean,
Shea. Yeah. I can
yeah,
see that.
Shea.
Yeah.
You could
Yep.
kind of flip Shea or Nicola either way.
Yep.
I think the one thing that's going to hurt Nicola when it comes to voting is how good of a year Wemby's having. I think
Yeah.
Wemby is he is the best center in the game right now. Speaking just this season, obviously Nicola is way more decorated than him, but I think right now in this moment, Wemby has been the all star.
So are you saying you're picking Wimby?
No, sorry, I went off there on a little rant, but I'm
Oh,
taking
you're good.
Shea.
Hey, you're good. Yeah, I took Shea. But with my next pick, I'm gonna take Jokic.
Yep, yep. I don't mind that. Don't mind it at all. So we've got our three so far. We're missing a power forward.
Yep.
I am thinking. Gotta go with Anthony Edwards.
Yep. I 100% agree with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is killing it. I love the guy. I love the way he plays. He's gonna take this, even though they're kind of on the struggle bus right now. They are in the playoffs, but they're in the struggle bus right now. But I think they're gonna eventually get to the playoffs, and I think they may even go really far, if not win it all.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They've been a threat the last couple of seasons in the West. We got quite a small lineup right now, excluding Nicola. So I think we'd have to get some size with our fifth pick. Who are you thinking?
If we're gonna go size, it's gonna be Victor Wembanyama. But if I'm gonna go talent, I'm thinking Stephen Curry or Austin Reeves, and that's tough because AR-15 deserves a spot, but Stephen Curry's always a baller.
Yeah, but that's such a small lineup. I mean, it's almost all guards.
Yeah, I mean we are going against the Eastern. They will be going against the Eastern side of things, but uh, now in all fairness, so this is a starting five. So there's going to be more All Stars after it. Uh,
Yeah, that's why I think Steph's probably a bench player. I think
yeah.
Austin's probably a bench player. I do like Victor there. I mean, you could almost put Nicola at the four and Victor at the five and make up for all that size that you're missing with those guards. That wouldn't be bad lineup at all.
Okay, I agree. Let's go Victor. I mean, he's absolutely clearly he's taken over the Spurs. He's a generational player. Probably, he is the best defensive player in the league now, taking over Rudy Gobert. And yeah, I think he's a stud. So yeah, let's go Victor, man.
Alrighty, yeah, sweet. So our starting five for the West is Luca, Shea, Nicola, and Victor Wembanyama.
And Anthony Edwards.
Oh, Anthony, excuse me.
No, you're fine.
Jumping over to the East, who would be your number one pick out of the Eastern Conference?
Oh my God, I see such a talent drop off. This is crazy. Uh,
There definitely is with the first couple guys.
yeah, for real. I mean, I think I have to go Donovan. I'm gonna do Donovan is probably the best shooting guard in the league. If you watch this guy play, he is the best rip through you will ever watch and ever see. The guy, dude, he's an energetic guy, and he just gets his team going when you need it, man. Like he's it the way he gets the three ball off is just so crazy to me. Just it wows you every time he shoots the rock, man.
Yeah, definitely. He would definitely probably be my first pick. The second pick, I think you can kind of swap these guys in and out. Is Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey looked very impressive this season.
It's a wild how like I knew Tyrese Maxey was a stud, but I didn't think he was gonna take this big of a jump to be you can say superstar, dude. He's crazy, bro. Like he's taken the reins from Joel Embiid in Philly,
Yeah, I think
and
he's the face of that organization now for sure.
yeah, and I just with injuries derailing Joel Embiid, I want the dude to retire because he's clearly just he's out there just limping. He's not even play full defense. And when PG, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid play, I mean, I do see that they win games, and PG is starting to turn the season around a little bit with them. But yeah, he's really taken over this team, bro, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Who are you thinking for the third pick for the East?
Oh man, I think it's gotta be obvious here, man. And I know you're a Celtics fan. You love Jalen Brown, but I'm going Giannis, man. I'm going
Oh,
Giannis. I'm going Giannis. I'm going Giannis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean, couldn't disagree more. I think you got two guys that are playing very similarly. They're the vocal points of both their teams. They're kind of doing a lot with the little. And the Celtics are looking a lot better than the Bucks this year. I will mention that.
Oh, they are.
I
Mhm.
may have a bit of, as you mentioned, voter fatigue with Giannis because I do believe he stole the MVP from Jason Tatum, but we don't have to get into that. Um, yeah, uh, I'm. If the next pick's mine, I'm obviously picking Jalen Brown because, as we mentioned, he has looked very good leading this team. He's getting majority of the offense, and he's putting the ball in the bucket when he needs to.
Yeah, I think my next pick would have been Jalen Brown too, man. I mean, these guys saying that he's just a number two, and then like if he had the chance to be number one, he wouldn't do good. He is just absolutely shutting him down. And Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum need to stay as a duo here, cause like I agree. I think Jalen Brown. I thought Jalen Brown wouldn't have made it as a one, but dude, he's proven everybody wrong right now, and I love this guy. He's a hooper. I love watching the Celtics just because they're down a superstar, and you're watching another superstar absolutely put the team's burden on his back. I love it.
Yeah, am I crazy or is Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum a top five duo of the last 10 years?
Of the last 10 years, yeah, I think yeah. Oh, a top five, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, who do you got here? I mean, you got Stephen Clay.
Yep.
I mean,
Braun and D Wade.
Bron and D Wade. You got Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
Dude, I mean, I know I'm missing obvious ones here. It's just because
Yeah, there's
I'm
probably
on the spot.
ones. Leave them in the comments who we missed. I'm sure someone's watching this enraged that we're not mentioning
Oh, LeBron and
a
Kyrie.
duo. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I guess we already mentioned LeBron, but I mean, LeBron and Kyrie is crazy. Can you mention Luca and Kyrie? I just don't think they got enough.
No,
No, they don't got enough
no.
time together. No,
We
but they
saw
would
what
have been.
happened when those two went up against R2. We already saw that. So that's what this is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I know I'm missing somebody out there. I mean, I really got to think back. I mean, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely think they're for sure top 10, if not top five.
I think they may be top five. This is actually crazy. They because all
I would agree.
these duos I'm thinking of didn't have enough time with each other. I mean, Zach Levine and DeMar DeRozan didn't win, so you can't even name them.
No.
They were one of the highest scoring duos of all time, but they didn't win. Uh, I, I gotta be. I'm just really want to be stuck on this topic to just think of the rest. I mean, Giannis has always been a part of it, but he's always his number two has always just been short lived.
Maybe maybe Ginobili, Tim Duncan.
Ooh, that barely fits the criteria, but I agree with you. Like, dude, if it was 2026, you couldn't say that because they would have been
Yeah.
retired.
It's crazy that that was 10 years ago, honestly. But
Yeah,
I definitely think that was a very good duo.
yo, that's an amazing duo. Yeah, yeah. Well, dang, they might be exactly the fifth then.
Yeah, I think they're right up there. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Who's your top five and who is your all stars? Go ahead and drop your all star starting five down in the comment section.
Yeah.
You got anything with basketball, or do you want to go ahead and move along?
Oh, we gotta do our fifth pick still, and I'm picking Cade Cunningham.
Great pick. Sorry, I don't know how I forgot that. I'm
No,
slipping.
you're good. You're good. Now, Cade Cunningham, uh, he clearly went into the season with goals and expectations. He's clearly demanding much of his team. Not just that, out of himself. He's having a crazy year. He's leading this team all the way. If you watch this man play, he is having no downtime in these games. He's absolutely pushing the momentum. He's never letting the momentum down. I love this guy. He's young. He's very young. That's the crazy part. He's like 23, 24, dude. He's so young leading this team, dude. I love him.
Yeah, he's a name we're going to be hearing for a long time.
All right, I mean, wrapping up the All Star side of things, the NBA side of things, I'm actually really happy how long we spent in the NBA. That was really fun. Picking our All
Yeah,
Star
definitely.
teams was really fun. That was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, it
but
was.
but best bets, man. I mean, if you want to hop right into it, and I'll shoot off mine after you. So
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned most of these games coming up this weekend, but if I had to pick two of my favorite picks for the weekend, it would be the 49ers minus 6.5 against the Colts
yeah,
and the Chargers +2 on the road against Dallas.
okay, I gotcha. I mean, the picks I got here is Kansas versus Nashville. It's going to be under 47 and a half. I mean, obviously, I mean Kansas is without a starting quarterback. The Titans is god awful. Cam Ward does look good. In the basics, of course. He's still got a lot of development to do. But then obviously Alabama versus Oklahoma over 39 and a half. That's actually, you think about it, that might be yeah, yeah, Alabama versus Oklahoma over 39 and a half.
Yeah, I like that. And I think that number is indicative of what we were talking about earlier with the both these defenses being really good, but this is college football. They're going to put up points. I think 39 could blow over.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I like yours too. I like your picks too.
Alrighty, well, if you don't have anything else, we'll go ahead and wrap up another episode of Backroom Banter. We appreciate every single one of you that listened to this, listened this far. Drop your bets in the comment section. As always, leave us a like, comment, subscribe. Have a great, profitable weekend, and God bless.
Peace out.